Welcome, everybody. We were a few minutes behind, so I apologize for that. We are trying to do the live with kids in the house, so that's going to be interesting. I don't have Junior today, so let me try to just get everything set up, and it'll give everybody a few minutes to get into Okay, I think I got it all set up. Man, it's a good thing I've learned to cut out some of this stuff. So I see some people coming in from the Facebook. So I just want to make sure that to tell you to click that link. If you click the link up there for the StreamYard, it'll let you add your like your comment. You'll be able to comment. So if you don't add the StreamYard, it doesn't show it to us, and then like we're not able to see that you're watching, that you're there. It doesn't let us see the comment. It might show up and just say like Facebook user, I believe is what it does. Can you see the link right there where it says? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm sorry. There should be a link that says add your name to StreamYard, and then it should just let you, like when you comment on Facebook, it should let you show up like as your actual name in like your profile. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So today we're talking about Reiki healing. I'm hoping more people will join us. I'm sure they will over time. But Reiki healing is, I want to just kind of explain the definition, and then I want to talk about like distance Reiki healing, because that's what happened to me today, and I thought that was pretty cool. So Reiki healing is a technique that's based on the principle that a therapist can channel energy into the patient. And then that activates natural healing process of the patient's body and restores physical and emotional well-being. So this is what happened to me today. Mine was from someone in India, and I am going to share her information in the description box. This was my first time, so super impressed. I really, I didn't know what to expect, and I had Googled it and like looked it up to see, you know, like how it works and that type of thing. And of course, Googled up the distance to see like how, how does it work if they're not here and they can't like physically touch you. So Reiki is all based on the concept of oneness, right? And it's all about like where they set their intention, like where they put the energy. And when I look at distance Reiki, it says it's not a barrier to Reiki healing, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys ever see those TikTok videos. There's always like a bunch of them where they're coming at the video and it's like they always have like these big affirmations that come up, and then they'll either like slap their hand on the camera or I don't know, they just do like these really extreme things, and it's supposed to be so that it's like distance Reiki healing, right? To say that it worked would be an understatement. It's all about like having your own ability, like your own body's natural ability to start kind of like fixing itself. I totally felt great afterwards. I actually took a nap and got some like really good sleep for like 2 hours. And after the session, like after she had finished it, she had me like meditate while she was doing it, right? So she's like off in India doing her thing, and I'm like laying here in my room and meditating. And so I want to talk about like the things I saw. The first thing I saw was like water, and I think that's kind of normal because that's why I live here. I live here so that I can be by this lake, right? And so I was really that's kind of one of the things I do when I meditate is I kind of picture the lake. It kind of helps me like calm down and help me get into like a meditative state, right? So I was picturing the lake, and then I started to see all this like bright light, and it wasn't necessarily like a just all white light. It was just like a really bright orangey red. There was a lot of white, but it was just so weird how bright it was, and I definitely felt like things moving through my chakras. You know what I mean? Like I could definitely feel like the experience, something was happening. I knew that something was happening. Another thing that I thought was really neat is she told me that after we were done, that she would call me and tell me like what she had channeled through the experience, which she did. And she mentioned water was like one of the first things, so I thought that was super cool. She mentioned the color violet, seeing like this big violet light, which I thought was super cool because totally goes with my whole twin situation. And then the crown chakra, of course, being violet, so that was amazing. And then after that was done, like I said, I got up, I worked, I was really calm today. Today's the 18th. I don't know if you guys know, but today's the 18th, and today's the day that Jupiter moved out of retrograde. So super excited that, I don't know, it seems like we've had some like tough energies, and I'm super excited to see, I am getting your message on Facebook. I'm sorry. But I am excited about like new, better energy coming in. Yeah, it's been a little tough, right? This last few months. Pluto coming out of retrograde was crazy. So yeah, it's been a little hectic. So I'm kind of excited to see Jupiter is about good luck, good fortune, good things, like things really starting to work out for people. And so that energy is coming back around. So I'm super excited to see that. I was gonna say it might help if you just go to the YouTube and try to watch it off the YouTube. That might help a little bit too. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I apologize. It might be my end, but I'm not super sure. So give me just a second. Yeah, it's not letting me. I don't know. Hi Cheryl. We're broken already. We just started. I tried to share it on the Facebook. and the post went, which people saw, but apparently the link isn't working, so it like doesn't let you click on it and watch it. I'm trying. I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to say, try going on the YouTube and watching it from the YouTube channel. And I hope that works. And I apologize. It stinks. I know. It actually gave me trouble the last live we did too, because I tried to share it in a specific group and it actually didn't go. So yeah, I must be doing something wrong. And Junior's not here to help me today. So yay. So, oh, it must be working. It says Facebook user. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the same person that was texting me on the Facebook. There should be a StreamYard link right above where it says that we are on Facebook. And if you click that, it'll actually show us who you are. And if you're the same person, I'm glad you got it. Oh, it's Miss Tina. It's Miss, because she says I'm leaving work. That's just Miss Tina. That's not the same person. But thank you, Miss Tina, for listening. I've broke it already. I tried to share it in the Facebook, and instead of like broadcasting it in the Facebook, I think that's what I'm doing wrong, is I'm supposed to be broadcasting it in there. But I tried sharing it in there, and it just totally did not. It's showing people the picture. It says that we're live, but it doesn't let you, do the things. I think Miss Tina must have clicked on it though, because it says Facebook user, so it must be working. I'm not even sure how I fixed it. So hey. So I'm glad you just got here, because I was just talking about my Reiki session and I wanted to tell you too. So now I can tell everybody like at one time. It does look like it's working now. One of these days, I'm really going to learn how to get this all together before we start the live. I promise. It's rough. It's still not working. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure. All right. Anyway, so Reiki Healing. So we were talking about Reiki Healing. Cheryl, have you heard about Reiki Healing before? And I know Miss Tina, I kind of told her a little bit about it this morning, right before I was getting ready to do it. So yes, Junior is on his way. Thank goodness, right? I was actually trying to do it before so we could be done like when he's getting home. You know what I mean? It's his third day, 12 hours. It stinks. The Monday is always like the hardest. Whenever I try to do a live when he gets home, he falls asleep. So no, not heard of Reiki Healing. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's where these healers, they've learned how to channel their energy. And if you go to a Reiki healer, they do it by touch, right? They like rub certain parts of your bodies, and they're able, what it's supposed to do is like activate your own immune system. It's supposed to like make your own body start healing itself, right? And this new thing people are doing I know you've been watching TikTok, so I know you got your TikTok going, Cheryl. So I forgot the mic. See, it's not good when Junior's not here. But anyway, so I forgot where I was at. What I was saying. Okay. So anyway, she does it by distance, because the lady that I was talking to today is in India. And I did say earlier, I'm going to put her information down in the description box, because I was just so impressed. This was my first time on TikTok. That's what I was saying, Cheryl. Jeez. All right. So on TikTok, you see them all the time, the Reiki healers. They always have like these big affirmations that are right across the screen that says like, hi, Carol. that says like, you're strong, you're beautiful. And then they like do their like hand gesture, and it's like they're slapping this energy at you, right? You'll, I know you're new to TikTok, but Cheryl, I promise you'll see one because they're everywhere. And it's called distance Reiki. And so I was kind of interested in that. I was like, how does that even work? And it's all based on the concept of oneness, right? Like we're all connected. So it really doesn't matter like where the person is, right? It's all about like where they set their intentions. Well, like I said, she was in India, and I talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but I'm just gonna start over because we're definitely gonna have to cut out the first part. I messed up so bad. But anyway, Carol, I'm glad you missed all that. So what happened was we talked on the phone. And she kind of explained what was going to happen. She wanted me to lay down and meditate, put some nice music on, burn some incense, whatever I needed to do. And so I did those things. And then we got off the phone. Like, she's in her own space, I'm in my own space, and she's like, "You'll feel it. You'll feel it when it starts, and you'll feel it when it's done." And I was like, okay. So I get here and I'm laying down, I'm doing a meditation or whatever. And whenever I meditate, I always think about the lake, right? Because that's why I live here, the lake. And it helps me calm, whether I'm there physically or if I just think about it in my mind. That's just what I do. So one of the first things I did was I pictured the lake, and I start, my meditation. And then I could feel like these waves. Carol, have you ever done Reiki before? You got to tell us. I could feel like these waves going through my chakras. And I was like, oh, she's right. I definitely feel something. And then I saw like this massive bright light. I mean, I can't explain to you. I knew that had never happened to me before. And I was like, whoa, super weird, right? And the light was like super bright, white, red, orange. It was more orangey, I guess. And it was just massive, super bright, right? And then, when I got done with the meditation, she said it'd be like 20, 25 minutes. She said, you'll know when it's done. I could tell like immediately I felt like, it's finished. I'm going to get up now. You know what I mean? And so I got up and I went to go do the things, get me some water and whatever, and come back to my desk. And she calls me and she's like, now I'm going to tell you what I channeled. And I was like, okay, go. And she's like, the first thing that was super cool is she saw this violet flame. Carol knows about the violet flame, right? So if you're a twin, the violet flame is like it's a thing. But anyway, so I thought that was super awesome. And then of course my favorite color is purple, right? So I just thought that was super cool. And she was able to like connect with my guide, which I think is super cool too, because I've really been trying to learn about my guides. And that light is horrendous. Oh, I can Junior's not here today. It's such a mess. But anyway, bear with me. See, Cheryl, he's so needed. I mean, he doesn't even know. But anyway, so she tells me about the light, and she tells me she sees water. And I thought that was amazing because that's the first thing I do, right? Is like go look at the water. And then she tells me like there's different parts in my body that she could tell me that like she had to work extra on. One of them was like down in my lower right side. And that's so weird. I'm not going to talk about it, but age-wise, I'm experiencing some things. And yeah, there's an issue there. And I was like, that's weird. And she told me a couple other things that, yeah, like I have issues in those areas. And so that's so weird, but they feel great. Like after today, today I'm just saying like everything just feels amazing. But anyway, it's also supposed to help you like focus and calm your mind, which is definitely helping today because I'm getting through this live without Junior. So yeah, I felt very focused. I was able to get a lot of work done today. I got a lot of things done that I kind of procrastinated and been putting back and that type of thing. And I can't handle this. I'm so sorry. It was like right in my face. But anyway, yeah, super, super awesome experience. The channeling she did and the things she was able to tell me and kind of confirm was, I want to say, a little scary, but I think it's just because it was my first time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure the more I do it, the more comfortable it would get. So Carol says yes. Yeah, she does remote healing on people also. That's awesome, Carol. So I just had my whole first experience and it was amazing. I feel like people send me love all the time, and I know you guys do, and I can feel it. I want you guys to know that. When you do, I definitely feel it. That's why I made the little video the other day. Definitely feel the love when it's coming in. But this was super intentional, and like, I can't even, to say that the experience was spiritual would be a complete understatement. Um, it just amazing. Like, I can't wait to do it again. You know what I mean? But yeah, totally felt amazing afterwards. I took a little nap after, I guess around noon. And I just want to say it was like the best sleep I've had. And I couldn't tell you how long. I'm such a light sleeper. Um, and I used to be really prone to night terrors, which, it's funny because I don't have night terrors now, but I have anxiety about having another one. Isn't that's special, isn't it? But it's because I haven't had one in so long, and so I'm just like, and I haven't had one since like me and Junior moved in together, and so feel like it would be embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had night terrors, but um, super embarrassing, not fun at all. So yeah, I haven't had one, so it's just weird how I'm like, I have anxiety about having one. But let me tell you, it helped with the anxiety today. Like, I slept like you wouldn't believe. Nobody was here during the day, so I mean, like, if I had one, it wasn't no big deal. But I just didn't feel anxious. Like, when I laid down, I was really calm, and almost like a little excited to see what all was going to come in. She said that I have not tapped into all my psychic abilities, and that since we did this session, that I would start to see a few things, start to happen, right? And I was like, well, that's super cool, right? Any more assistance I can get, I'll take it. But I've had some weird things happen today. I had this weird popping thing in the ear, not an ear ringing. I've never had it happen before. And it was just almost like there was pressure, and it did it for, like, I tried rubbing my ear. I didn't get a Q-tip just out of fear. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there was clearly something that was weird. And I know, like, people say if you hear your ear ringing in your left side, it means this, and if you hear your ear ringing on the right side, it means that. You know what I'm trying to say? So I know people say that, but yeah, I've never. Have you guys ever felt that? Like, any kind of weird? It's almost like a popping, but it was like I could feel like almost pressure. It wasn't painful or anything, but yeah, just super weird. Um, and another thing that's been a little extra special today, and this is actually the first time that, like, I'm admitting it out loud. I've of course thought about it in my head, but I'm seeing things. Just like, I don't know. I'm sure you guys probably do it too. Um, so I feel energy. That's how I do all my things, right? Like, that's, how I do tarot. When I'm talking to somebody, if I'm channeling something, it's all about the energy. Okay. I don't normally like see things. When I was talking to Jenna the other day, does that say Elizabeth? Oh, has, hi. I think that's Sophia. But yeah, so like, when I was talking about the houses, it's about energy. I don't see anything in the house. If I look at the house and you look at the house, we're going to see the same thing, but it's about the energy that I feel, right? And so that's how I do everything. Everything is energy. I've never seen anything before. And so I was totally doing one of my, I had a talking to heaven reading, and in my Etsy shop. And yeah, sure enough, like, I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, like, I'm seeing things that are a little bit different. So I was like, well, she did say that I hadn't tapped into all of it. So apparently the things will be coming. So kind of super excited to see, like, what that's going to bring. But yes, I definitely recommend the Reiki. I'm definitely going to put her information down in the description box. And then I was thinking, everybody says that when you're new, you really need to collaborate. Collaborate. I'm not really good at telling stories. I feel like I told you guys what I just experienced, but I feel like she would be able to tell it a lot better and a lot more, educated, and be able to give you more facts on the situation. Hi, it is Sophie. I see. Thank you. Um, so I do want to talk to her about that. I don't even know if that's something like she'd be interested in doing, but they say you're supposed to collaborate. And I just recently learned how to add the guest and like how to split the screens and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so another cool thing that I learned today, I have to get another camera. I tried using my old phone, but it didn't work. That's why I had to get a new phone. um, I seen where they're doing like the person is in the bottom corner, and then you can see like the cards, the cameras on the cards, like way, close up, so that I don't have to sit there and remember to show you guys each one because it's just going to show the table and the cards super close up. So I can do that with StreamYard too. So I'm definitely, definitely going to get another camera and get one situated. So that way I'll just be like this little person off in the corner and I can't wait. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff I wanted to talk about. So now you guys got to tell me about you. What are you doing? I've talked so much, I ran out of air. Carol, you're going to have to tell me more because now, oh, I have a question. So, should you only have one Reiki healer, or can you, can you experience, a lot of times people say like you might feel more connected with this person, even like tarot readers, you might feel more connected with this tarot reader, so you go back to that tarot reader more often. Is Reiki healing like that, or does it matter? Like I was telling Cheryl, she just got TikTok, and I was telling Cheryl about how you know, um, they have, Reiki distance healers, on TikTok, and they make those videos. Oh, Lord. Here we go with one of these people. Hey, look what I learned how to do, though. This is so cool. Bye. I can. Awesome. So I'm definitely want to like explore that a lot more. Yes, I mean, Nana is. She's on her way home from work. So yeah, isn't that cool, Carol? I love it. They're always praying for me too, let me tell you. But anyway, um, I totally was so impressed, and I just didn't expect that at all. I really didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect to feel anything, and I didn't expect to see like changes so quickly. When I say that my body feels better, to say that again, understatement. I was feeling really like low energy this morning, tired. It's Junior's 3 days where we're up at 3:30 every morning, and we go till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And so it makes for really long days. Luckily, it's only 3 days a week. But yeah, so it's the last day. I was trying to find the coffee pot, you know what I mean? Like it was one of those mornings, and it was just like instantly I was up, I had the energy, I was doing the things. And I'm really shocked that she said something about like, that I hadn't tapped into all the psychic. She was like, you're super psychic. And I'm like, yeah, I always tell people I'm not psychic. And I really don't feel like I am. Like I can't go pick lottery numbers. I can read tarot, and I can read the energy, and I can read energy of things that have happened, and I can tell you what tarot says might happen. I can use my own experiences, like my own life experiences, to kind of give the what's the odds of this situation. You know what I'm trying to say? But I've never really felt like a psychic thing unless I'm doing like the talking to heaven. When I'm doing the talking to heaven, and that's not really even psychic, that's more of like a medium. Like it's coming, like the person is here and they're telling me the things, right? I don't necessarily, the only voice I hear seriously is my twin. I don't know why that is. I've researched that too. Um, I hear my own thoughts, like my own voice, and my twin. I don't hear, like some mediums say they actually hear the person. That would be amazing if that could happen. It's something like that was to open up. I already started to see little things, so I don't know. I got a little creeped out. So I don't know how I would do if I actually like heard a voice. But it's usually mostly energy. Like even I can feel the person standing next to me when I'm doing these talking to heaven readings. I can feel their energy is like, right there. Sometimes I'll move around and I can feel it like moving around. You know what I mean? but I don't see anything and I don't actually hear anything. I can just feel it. So it would be pretty interesting if that is something that is, bye, sweetie. Carol says you read energy very well. Thank you. I've been doing it my whole life. um, so yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see like what else is going to happen. The mediumship is really the only time that, I mean, I feel like I'm helping with the twin flames, but there's so much help that you can give a twin flame. You know what I mean? There's so much that you can tell somebody. What's that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know what I mean? So there's really only so much that I can do in the like twin wise, and that's working like with my own intuition and like and feeling the energies and stuff. But the mediumship, it's so expansive of what can be done. Um, with that situation, you can really help a lot of people with the mediumship. People suffer through grief so much that I feel like I'm more helpful doing those. I feel like than I'm doing like the twins. I do the twins because I feel like that's my purpose, and that's what Spirit told me. Hey, you need to get out here, and you're not the only one. There's a lot of you. People don't understand, or they're being told wrong information, or stuff like that. So I knew that that was the push, and that was what to get out. Thank you, Cheryl. But I didn't know about I was going to do the mediumship. I had no idea that that was going to happen, and I didn't know that that was going to be like a part of it either. So I was super surprised about that. But yeah, I feel like that's when I'm helping the most. Like, I feel like that's when I'm giving someone like the most help, the most comfort, especially when they come in really clear. So I'm hoping, like she says, that I haven't tapped into all of my psychic abilities. I'm hoping that whatever those are will come in more with the mediumship and the twin flames too. But the twin flames, I'm teaching you as I'm learning. You see what I'm saying? Like, I went through the journey. I might be a little bit further ahead than someone, so I might know something that they don't know. But there's people that have been through the journey that know more than I know. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, did you guys know? Here's a funny. Don't laugh or fall out of your seat. But I didn't know. I thought that my spiritual awakening was all me. You know what I mean? I went through my divorce and I was like, yeah, this is just the trauma and I'm healing, and which I was, and I did go through trauma and I was healing. But I was always, I don't want to say I wasn't spiritual. My kids went to church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I mean, I did. When my son would make me on Easter, every Easter, my oldest son, he was the church family gatherer, would make us get dressed and go, and we would do it. Hi, Jenna. Hi. And so, it was just kind of like that. I didn't necessarily not believe, but I just didn't believe. You know what I mean? Wasn't there, wasn't participating, wasn't doing the things. Just trying to just survive life, raising 3 kids in a poor marriage. You know what I mean? So I didn't pay attention to those types of things. Cheryl, I just want you to know that Will's going to do the books when we get done with this. But anyway, so I don't know if you guys could hear all the slamming. But yeah, I didn't know that my twin experience, my twin journey was going to catapult me into all of this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I didn't know that was coming. And so I just recently actually learned that. I would say maybe a year ago. And so I'm teaching you guys all of this. And it's like I've known this for a really long time, but I just actually went through it too. And so I think sometimes that's really helpful to people, because it's like they, especially in my Etsy shop, they'll be like, oh, and it's like, oh, I can talk to you and you understand. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And so, a lot of times people don't talk about their twin journeys. It's usually really private. People don't want people to think they're crazy, and you know what I'm saying? So they keep it to themselves. So I get that a lot in my Etsy shop, a lot from you ladies too, like where you're like, I'm so glad that I can talk to you because I don't have nobody else to talk to about the situation. I have some of the people in the Etsy shop that come in and they have other people to talk to, but the other people just look at them like they're crazy, and they're like, that can't be. And it's because they have never experienced that. And that's just life. That's just the way it is. That's how people are. If they haven't personally experienced it, they're just not going to understand. So you have to go find the people that have personally experienced it. Instead of like trying to hide from the situation and not deal with the situation, um, I highly suggest gathering your soul tribe, and start working with the energy, because it definitely brings more things like today's Reiki healing, which I still am super impressed and super amazed. Jenna, have you ever had Reiki before? Have you ever done that? Or have you ever done it like from a distance? So I see the messages from Facebook, and I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working in there. I definitely would just recommend going to the YouTube. Um, I'm gonna try to figure it out before I post it back on the Facebook page. I'm not sure why. So Jenna says yes, she has. I had an in-person Reiki treatment on my throat chakra. That's amazing, awesome. And she says yes, it helped. So I didn't do the in person. I did the distance. My person was clear on the other side of the world, and I've been telling everybody. I everybody says collaborate, collaborate when you're on YouTube and you're new. So I'm definitely think she's going to be like my first guest that I asked to come on the show, because yeah, I can tell you what happened with me while I was doing the Reiki, but um, she explains it so much better than I do. But and it's nice to see, not just collaborate with someone, to show you guys, but I think it's so nice to like just um meet other people in different cultures and like learn about their culture and their experiences. It does help. My sister is Pakistani, so I do have a little bit of knowledge of their culture. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I was just super impressed, super super impressed. The channeling that she told me like after the Reiki was done. Did your person do that, Jenna? Okay, so this is how she did mine really quickly. So she is in India, and I'm of course here. So she had me like get comfortable in my room, put some incense and music on, and she had me just kind of meditate. And I was telling everybody that like when I go to meditate, I always think of the lake. Like that's why I live here. That's why I can't move. So I always think like picture the lake. And then all of a sudden I started to see like all these bright lights, like super big lights. It was clear that I've never experienced anything like that before. I didn't know what it was. I could tell right away that something was happening. She was like, "You'll be able to tell, and you'll be able to tell when I'm done too." And I was just like, "Okay." So yeah, you can. And I was able to tell when she was done, and just the experience of it. I'm feeling 1,000 times better. I can't even explain to you. I felt her going through all my chakras. Like it felt like this wave. It was like a slow wave, but I felt it through all my chakras. Um, and it was just amazing. And the channeling that she told me after, like after it was done, and she calls me, and she's like, "I want to tell you a little bit about what I saw." She was able to like pinpoint certain parts of my body, that she said took longer to do the healing work. And I just want to say she did an amazing job, because I feel great, and she was spot on about the parts in my body, that were giving me issues. So I was just super super amazed. But yeah, she was able to. You said you saw indigo light. That's amazing. She said when she channeled, that she saw a violet flame. So Jenna, twin flames. Have you guys heard of the violet flame? When she told me that, I almost cried. Like we all always want confirmation. Like even me, all these years later. All these things that have happened, like how much more confirmation can you possibly want? But yeah, we do. We always want more, and that's just the way it is. And so when she mentioned it, I she said she's seen the infinity sign over it. And that was like massive confirmation for me. Like, wow, thank you. You know what I mean? Um, Amazing. I get a lot of I don't know. I shouldn't say a lot. I get a few not nice comments from some other twin flame people. Um, because I guess because I chose my soulmate. Um, yeah, so I kind of get like a lot of wrath from that situation. And I think it's because I don't know why it's because, but I don't know. People should be happy in the moment. You shouldn't be worried about what's going to happen 10 years from now, 20 years from now. You shouldn't be worried about what happened 5 years ago. We should be here, like right now. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. I'm here right now and I'm thoroughly enjoying every bit of it. My soulmate is amazing. I asked spirit in the universe for a particular person with specific characteristics. And I was very, very picky. To say I was very picky is another understatement. I told my soul tribe what it was that, including my twin, that I was doing and what I wanted and what I was going to do. And it just really came true, all of it. And it just keeps doing it. Every time I say, this is what I'm going to do, that's what happens. So I just want to say, be present, be in the moment. If you have a soulmate, don't make people make you feel bad about it. Yes, make the best of this life. Absolutely. But it did kind of give me this confirmation that yes, I am a twin and it's okay. I'm literally living my best life. I mean, isn't that's the whole what we're supposed to be doing? And it just gets better and better and better. And I'm so amazed every time I turn around. Um, yeah, just super amazed. Here's just an example. I'm fixing to start selling my dream journals overseas. Is that not crazy? um, I had a meeting with my spread shop, the people that sell my merch this morning, so that I could actually like put a little bit more time and make a little bit more, things for my merch. So I'm super excited about that. But it's like all these good things just keep happening. And it's like I had sat here and said, hey, I want merch and I'm going to do that. I said, I'm going to make these dream journals and I did it and they're published and they're sitting like right here. So when I say we manifest, does that mean that like I sit here and I'm like, I want money to fall out the sky? No, that doesn't work. You actually have to take like physical action. But the way that things open up for you and the way that things become easier, if someone had told me that, 2 years ago that I'm going to be sitting here running my own business and I was going to work from home and that it was had this much potential, I would have just thought they were crazy. I worked physical hard jobs my whole life and I just assumed that that's what I would continue to do. um so yes, manifesting is changed my whole life. But just to understand, I feel like a lot of times when we say manifesting, people don't understand that you can manifest, you can say the things you want, speak them into existence, but you do have to take an action. You do have to start working towards it. The manifestation just opens all the doors up for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, super excited that she said something about the violet flame with the infinity sign. I was like, yeah. So Carol was just telling us that she does like distance healing work. Um, so I thought that was pretty interesting, and I was asking her, can we do it like have more than one? Can you check out different people? Oh, that's what I was going to say about the TikTok. I always forget what I was going to say. But Cheryl just got TikTok, and I was noticing on my TikTok that the people that do the Reiki healing on TikTok, I noticed sometimes I feel something from certain people, but others I don't. So I wonder, like, Carol, can you tell us, like, why is it that we connect with certain people, certain healers? Is it like their ability of healing? Is it like their level, their skill level? Like, why is it some of us, I'm like, some of them I don't feel, and some of them I do? The biggest lesson I learned from my twin flame is how to let go. Amazing. That's exactly what we're learning. It's not just letting go though. It's about um letting go of expectation, letting go of control. Um it's still there, right? Um One of the things I learned on my journey when I finally got to the point where I was like, yep, I'm not going to do this. And let me tell you, it took quite some time. Um, I'm stubborn and I don't like to give up. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep going after this thing. Once I realized, you know, this is not working and I'm just hitting one block after another, I clearly need to take another route. Oh, Junior's home. He says, I'm so tired. We're almost done, honey. Well, not really. I wanted to do a couple free readings before we got done, and we just been talking the whole time. I'm sorry. You weren't here to organize, and it just didn't go well. Junior's home, everybody. So, I see you may figure what I was talking about again, honey. It's happened like 5 times. Look, he's on Facebook too. So we did have one Facebook user that's actually on my Facebook. So she was messaging me telling me she was having trouble, and I just could not. Um, I can't. There's another one. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so it's totally not working. So Diana is coming and she was like, "Hi, I'm here. I'm trying to set up the YouTube channel so I can comment there." Yeah, so Diana, I hope you make it. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not working. I'm glad I noticed it this time because I actually did this last time. And I couldn't get it to work. It didn't work last time either. And I thought it was something I did, but I wasn't sure what. And I think what it is that I actually have to broadcast. I can't just share it to the page. Um, but yeah, just bear with me. I'm learning. Oh, release and let go. That's what we were talking about, Jenna. So when I did release, I did let go. I let go of my expectations. I let go of trying to control the situation. I noticed that the energy was still there and it was stronger. So that was a little bit difficult for me. I don't know if you guys experienced that. I thought I was like cutting cords, right? And that's not how it worked for me at all. So what's it called? Is it Shakti? Am I saying that right? Shakti transmission works similar to Reiki. Reiki. I don't even know if I'm saying the Reiki. Is it Reiki? So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, Cheryl, definitely check it out. Is Carol still here? Carol, let me know if you're still here. I really wanted to know, like why we connect or feel the energy from certain Reiki healers, but not other ones. And does the TikTok thing even work? Like, you know what I mean? Like we're watching all those videos and they're saying that they're doing these things. Is that even? I would think after my experience today, I'm going to say yeah that's a thing and it can very much work. But just let us know like what your opinion on the situation is. All right, guys, while we're waiting for Carol, who wants to do free readings? I was thinking today we would do like past, present, future so we can kind of see what's coming in. I wanted to do that because Jupiter has moved out of retrograde today. Today is the day, thank goodness. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a rough couple of months. But now that Jupiter is out of retrograde, good luck, good fortunes, good things are going to start coming in. More positive energy is going to start coming in. So I'm really super excited for that. Honey, how did you get on the Facebook? See, I don't understand how come some people, they're able to watch it and do it, and some people it's not working. Cheryl says, ooh, me. So past, present, future. And it's going to be, Cheryl, the intention is going to be this Jupiter moving direct. What positive energies are coming for your future? I just want to do the past and present to kind of give you confirmation. Oh, you said, I don't know. I thought I was on YouTube. No, it says you're on the Facebook. It keeps coming up Facebook. But yeah, I messed up the Facebook page somehow. I don't know. I'm not doing it right. And this one poor lady was like, you know, where you at? I'm clicking the button and I'm like, I'm here. I'm talking to you. All right, Cheryl, let's look and see. Three of Wands, waiting for your shifts to come in. Ace of Wands, new inspiration. And Nine of Wands, not giving up. That's not what I expected. For the Three of Wands, you have Three of Cups. For the Ace of Wands, you have the Hierophant. And for the Nine of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups. So this is kind of funny because this is kind of the same cards that you got the last live that we did the reading. So past energies is about growth and expansion, a brighter future. Spending a lot of time with like your soul tribe, your family, close friends, and loved ones can be about like celebrating something. I think this is just us coming up with that book idea. And then Ace of Wands and the Hierophant, present energy. So the Ace of Wands is about new inspiration. It's like all of a sudden you're excited for something new. And the Hierophant, remember I was telling you, is about bringing something from the 5D down to the 3D. It's like you have this idea, this creation, this thing you want to make, and you start like actually pulling it into the physical. Yes, now you are on the YouTube, honey. Hi, Diana. I'm glad you got in here. I'm so sorry about the Facebook. I'm not sure. I messed something up. But it can also be about a marriage. So you could have new inspiration in your marriage, but you decide. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So not giving up, and it is going to be about the relationship because you have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is going to be more about like what you're doing, what you're deciding to do with the future, excitement, that type of thing. Presently, you have some sort of new idea that could have something to do with your marriage. It could have something to do with balancing out something in your marriage. But future energies, you have the Nine of Wands, which means you don't give up, and the Ace of Cups. And I want to say the Nine of Wands does sometimes mean that you need to like step away from something and look at it from a different perspective. And then Ace of Cups is like a new romantic cycle begins, something new in your romance situation. Could be like some sort of new offer. So I really thought it was going to, oh, that's what it is. It's teamwork. So Three of Pentacles was next. I can't stand the light. And then Three of Pentacles talks about this person wants to work with you. This person like respects you, respects your creative process, like wants to work, put their energy with your energy and create something together. So that's awesome. Carol says, I'm not sure. Could be skill level. It's just my experience. It seems that whatever it is, a need to clear, spirit has me do that. The next time a session with the same person will... Oh, I jumped too soon. Be different. We are layered, you know. That's awesome. But honestly, I have to say, Carol, I didn't expect to actually feel anything. And then, like, you know, when she was telling me about the things, like after we were done and she was telling me what she channeled, I didn't expect to actually start seeing the things so quickly. You know what I mean? Like start seeing, you know, things she talked about so quickly. It shocked me a little. I'm glad, Cheryl. I thought more about the book was going to come out, but it is a good, something good to look forward to. Like an onion. Yeah, I don't know. I was super impressed. I haven't even been able to tell Junior about it, you guys. So you guys know about it before he does. I can't wait to tell him. All right, who else? I think I'm gonna just do a couple more minutes so we can get off and let Junior, you know, get some rest. So if anybody wants a reading, we're doing past, present, future, Jupiter coming out of retrograde, positive energies coming in. So just let me know. And like I said, we'll stay on a few more minutes. Diana says she'll take one. I'm posting? What are you posting, Carol? All right, so past, present, future for Diana. Let's see. And this is the modern Witches Tarot. Pulled these out because they're a lot brighter for the camera. But that Llewellyn Tarot is still my favorite. I've used it several times every day. I just can't put it down. Hi, Eliana. Eliana, I forgot to send you a message. I usually always send Eliana a message. I messed things up so bad when we started today. Junior was still at work. He's home now, thankfully. But I went to go get things started, and I somehow, yeah, just messed some things up. But we got going, so that's good. So we're doing past, present, future readings. I wanted to do some future energy just to see what's coming, because we do have Jupiter. Eliana has moved out of retrograde today. Thank goodness. So more good, positive things should start coming in. I started with my first Reiki session today. So you'll have to make sure to go back and watch so I talk about it. I am definitely thinking about asking her to do my first, collab with me, because I think that would be super cool. She explains it a lot better than I do. I can just tell you like what I felt and what happened. But yeah, I was super impressed. Didn't expect any of those things to happen. All right, Diana, let's see. The sun has come out. So past energy is going to have something to do with somebody young. Present energy is the Five of Pentacles, bringing yourself in out of the cold. Someone recently just told me the Five of Pentacles, where's my little note? Wanting to go home. Five of Pentacles can also be about wanting to go home. And Ten of Cups, that's awesome. Awesome. All right, so past energy, Queen of Cups. I'm almost getting like a mom and child situation, because Queen of Cups is unconditional love, and the Sun is about like bright joy and happiness, but it's also like about youth. So Queen of Cups, motherly, the Sun, youth. So I feel like there's some sort of maybe you were a caretaker for someone in the past energy, and it would be like not too long ago, like not too. All my energies seem to be super close, not too far. Present energy is the wanting to go home, Seven of Pentacles. This feels more older. And it might not even be wanting to go home. It might just be like bringing yourself in out of the cold, having to like take care of yourself or something like that. Seven of Pentacles is about patience. Seven of Pentacles to me, Diana, is the you're almost there card. The Eight of Pentacles, you always notice the Eight of Pentacles, it shows the Eight Pentacles lined up, and it's like reaching the top of the card. And the Ten of Pentacles, of course, is the Ten of Pentacles is the goal. That's what you're trying to get to, is Ten of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles says that you're focused and you're dedicated and you're doing the work, and the you're almost there. So the Seven of Pentacles would be the you're almost there. See what I mean? It is possible that you still don't kind of understand like where this journey is leading you. But future energies, you have the Ten of Cups, and again, super soon. Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. So I am sensing there's a situation with the family here. And then the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries. The Emperor is a leader. This can be about like taking control back, or like running the show, something like that. So that's super positive energy to see coming in. Oh, Eliana says she was at a birthday dinner. Oh, thank you, Eliana. Cheryl says she learns something new every time. So do I, Cheryl. So do I. Like that Reiki today. I really didn't expect that. So Diana, let me know what you think. Is there like a family situation going on? Are you taking care of like a younger person? The unconditional love card is sticking out to me. The Emperor is kind of sticking out to me. I'm not sure if this is a good situation or a bad situation. King of Swords is coming out next. So it could be possible there's a situation in the home. It could be like a person that's like maybe making it harder to be this Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family. But it could also see like King of Swords is like, I will protect mine no matter what. So it could just be that, like, it could just be saying that you're taking control over your happiness, and you're going to like have healthy boundaries and enforce those healthy boundaries. Oh, nice. Nice. Diana says, thank you. It all makes sense. On my current journey, I am a mother lion. Amazing. All right, Eliana, let's see what is coming for you. We'll do past, present, future. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so glad that Jupiter has come out of retrograde. It has been rough. And Junior, I love him. Every time he like gets this feeling, you know, he'll be like, "Go get one of them scratch offs," you know, and he likes to sit there and play the games and do the things. And all right, Carol, perfect. And so like here lately, he hasn't done it very often. He don't do it very often anyway. But it's funny because he's done it like once or twice, and this while Jupiter's been in retrograde, and I'm like, no, this isn't the time. But yeah, today is the 18th. Today, Jupiter came out of retrograde, and it's just been, I can totally tell. I had my Reiki session super early this morning, and it's just been a great day, like all day. And I feel like I got so much accomplished. So when it talks about how it helps with anxiety and focus, that is so true. I have such a hard time focusing. Whether I'm here on my own or someone's here with, it doesn't matter. I just have a hard time focusing. Like I'll get excited about something. I have that, what's it called? The ADHD or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you start doing something, you get super excited about something else, and you're like, wait a minute, I was doing this thing. Hey, you can come plug your phone up. You're not banned from the room. Just the kids were banned from the room. They're not little kids, so you just like, like, oh my gosh, she's locking her kids out. All right, so let's see Eliana's past, present, and future. We have the Justice card, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. That's beautiful. We have the Star coming out. There's two major arcanas right there. The Empress coming out. Third major arcana. Wow. 4 out of 6. Eliana, what do you got going on over there? All right. So big cards. And all good cards. How awesome is that, Eliana? So past energies, you have the Justice and the Star. Justice is about like balancing karma, clearing karma. It could say that you fought for something very hard, and what you fought for would be like the Star energy, this like purification, cleansing. I'm almost getting like a cleansing of the soul type of situation. Present energy, you have Six of Cups and the Empress. Eliana, we are in Mercury retrograde. Six of Cups is about like a return. It's about someone's feeling nostalgic. They're thinking about their Empress, right? They're thinking about this person, wanting to like reunite, come back around, that type of thing. I'm not saying, like, I always feel like I always have like this I don't know. It's like every time I see the reunion card or like the person coming back, I'm like, get my sword out, right? You know what I mean? Like, and you shouldn't be like that. Be open and loving to everybody, but have healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are so important. Enforce those boundaries. You can't just have boundaries and be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let this person do that. But then when they do, be like, well, next time. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, enforce them all the time. Future energies, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Empress. The Empress is a connection to spirit. This is you. This is your energy. This is most likely how this person sees you. It is possible that you're using your energy to like manifest or create this reunion. That's possible too, but I'm not seeing it that way. I'm seeing it the other way around. Ace of Pentacles is like some sort of new beginning, new start. Pentacles is usually like work or career, but this could be just about like a new journey. Some sort of new journey is starting. And then the Hanged One. This new journey is going to have something to do with being in the present, because the Hanged One is about like being stuck between two worlds, right? Like you're maybe a little bit too focused on the past, a little bit too worried about the future, but not in the moment. But with that Ace of Pentacles, that just kind of tells me like you're going to be in the moment. And see, that's what I was trying to tell somebody earlier. I don't read reversals. I read the energy of the card. I don't need the card to be reversed for it to tell me what it means. But this would have definitely, just as an example, would have been like a reversed hangman. See what I mean? So being more present, and presently, so Eliana, you're going to have to tell me, are you feeling this energy as someone trying to like come back around? Do you feel like a lot of times, especially when it's our twin, and they're nostalgic, like they're thinking and there's like memories. What's that thing? People say it all the time. You know, somebody's thinking about you. I think it's your ears are ringing. That's somebody's talking about you. I don't know, but you know how people have that thing. That's a true thing. Like that really is a thing. Like somebody can very much be focused on you and thinking about you, and you can very much feel that energy, especially like depending on like how powerful that person is. You know what I mean? If it's your twin, definitely. What's big, Cheryl? Yes, they're big. I'm sorry, honey, your child, maybe. Telling us as wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Not really, but to be honest, lately I've been working up to hearing a doorbell ring, but nothing. Ooh, that is weird. Thought it was creepy at first. Happened a few times lately. That is different. That could just definitely be a funny story. When my mom passed away, she was out in San Diego, and I had to go out to San Diego, and Carol, we're gonna do yours next, by the way. I had to go out to San Diego and clean her apartment out, and I could feel her energy there. And I remember on the flight home, I was thinking, man, I left my mom, there. We actually, she was cremated, you know what I mean? So there was ashes. But it just felt like her energy was at her apartment. And so I was like, my mom is in that apartment back there, and I have to go fly all the way back here, and she's not going to be with me. It didn't take me long to understand that is not true. I came home and I had a few days off before I had to go back to work. And then I went back to work. And like I said, I've always worked very physical labor jobs, right? And so the first few days back at work, I was super tired. And people don't realize that when someone passes, like someone close to you passes, you really don't feel it. You're in shock at first, and you really don't feel it until yes, Miss Tina. Yes, absolutely. But you don't feel it until after the funeral, like after everybody's going back to their life, you know what I mean, and back to work and all the things. And if you guys have had somebody pass and you know this is true, that's when you feel it. Like at first you're in this shock, right? And you're just going through the process of I got to clean her apartment. I got to get the family together. We have to meet up and make these things for her funeral and all these things. And there's just so much go that you really don't feel it. You don't understand what's happened until everybody goes back to work. Everybody is back to their normal self. And I'm back to work. It's my second or third day. When my mom passed away, it shakes you. It shakes your core. It doesn't matter how close you are. It really, it's your parent. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know how to, it's the person that brought you life. So like, it's fierce. It still bothers me, but I worked for a couple of days and I came home and it was just pure exhaustion. It was like all those days, the last 2 weeks of going to clean her apartment, the funeral, the whole process finally caught up to me. And I was out, just sleeping out. And I had them old time water beds that still have the water in the bed. You know what I'm talking about? Um, and so I'm laying in my bed. I was married at the time to my ex-husband. My kids were off at school. He was off at work. Um, and my bed moved. The water in my bed moved, you know what I mean? And it felt like someone had sat down at the end of the bed. Oh, I skipped a stop. See, I can't even tell a story. Okay, so as I was sleeping in the bed, I heard somebody knock 3 times on the door. And so I got up and went to the door and there was nobody there. And I'm tired. I'm trying to sleep. And it really upset me. So I went back to my room. And then a few minutes later, I heard it again 3 times. And I was like, who is that? So I get up and I go in there. I did too, Jenna. I loved them too. But they're seriously like a one-person bed, seriously. But so I would go to see who it was, and there was nobody there again. And I was starting to get mad. And I thought maybe it's kids, but the kids were off at school. All the kids were at school. So I'm like, why, who's knocking on my door? And I go get in the bed, and now I'm mad. And I'm like, the next time I'm going to go outside the house and like walk around the house and see who's knocking on my door, right? And so this time it didn't knock on the door. It knocked on my bedroom window, which was directly behind my head, my headboard on this water bed, right? So I fly off this bed and I'm looking out there and I don't see anybody and it's totally freaking me out. And I'm like, Rosa, just let it go. Just let it knock. They can't hurt you. Go to sleep. You're tired. And so I was like, screw it. I'm just going to lay down. If they knock again, I don't care. It's not going to bother me. I'm going to sleep. And I lay down and I was like, right at that moment, when you're not quite asleep yet, but you're almost there, and my bed moved. And it was like someone sat down on my bed. And it just sat there for a minute. And of course I froze because I was terrified. But I immediately had this sense of my mom. You know what I mean? And I knew that she was with me. She's not stuck in some apartment somewhere. You see what I'm trying to say? And I even felt like when she stood up and the bed like went up, and I remember like saying bye to her when it went up. And I thought that was going to be like the last experience I was going to have. But needless to say, the many years later, I lost my mom like 10 years ago. I still have several experiences. So she's with me all the time. Doesn't matter. They don't stay stuck in some apartment somewhere. You know what I'm trying to say? Eliana says, I'm dramatic. I'd cry. I was mad. I used to not cry. I cry all the time now, Eliana. I used to like think that it was bad to cry, or it showed weakness. And so I would like not cry. I would get mad instead and just like let my anger be my emotion. You know what I mean? And now it's like I can cry in front of perfect strangers and it's super embarrassing sometimes. All right, Carol, let's see. Past, present, future. Carol, I'm going to use these. I know those are brighter, but I just really like it. I can't wait to get the second camera. Once we get that second camera put up, you're really going to start to be able to see the cards a lot closer. And I won't be so like, self-conscious because I'm going to be like this tiny little box in the corner. I had a waterbed growing up at my grandpa's house, Jenna. And then when I moved back from Colorado after the recession, my aunt gave me one that was just like it, and I took it. I was married at the time, and I very quickly learned that it's a one-person situation. Like, it's a one-person bed. Now, they have those new water beds that, like, I guess there's not really water in it, or, like, there's gel, or I don't know how it works, but that would be different. But, like, the actual old-timey water beds with the real water in it, I definitely recommend one person. It doesn't matter how big the bed is. Honey, you'd have been proud of me. I totally deleted one of the crazies. Yeah, it was awesome. Just a click of a button. All right, Carol. We have the King of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Tower, the Moon, and the Two of Swords. You guys are getting some big cards today. So past energies, King of Wands. Kings, of course, take action. This is someone exciting. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But King of Wands is like someone who's exciting to be around, someone who's exciting to talk to, someone who's exciting to do stuff with. But you have a Tower moment with this person. The Tower can say that something's happened to like give you clarity on a situation. You're able to see past this Tower. But I'm feeling like it's something shocked you, something surprised you, and that's going to be recent past. And then present energy, you have a Six of Cups, just like Eliana, but different deck. And Six of Cups, I'm kind of getting that same feeling, like someone's thinking about you, reminiscing, wanting to come back around, that type of thing. That could be this King of Wands. So if you haven't seen your King of Wands recently, it could be because he's having a Tower moment. But definitely presently wanting this reunion. Like Six of Cups is reunion. The Moon, of course, is about like the unknown. It can be about fear. So this could say that this person has fear of reuniting. I don't know why that would be. And it just could just be saying you just don't know when it's going to happen, because the Moon is about things, you know, the unknown. Future energies, you have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about like moving away to calmer waters. It's leaving something. A lot of times I get like leaving chaos, but I'm not getting chaos with this. It's almost like you're just taking yourself to where you want to be. This can be about traveling. Two of Swords tells me it's possible that you feel stuck or you need to make some sort of decision. But with that Six of Swords, I feel like you did make the decision. I feel like you were in this. So again, here's an example of why I wouldn't need a reversal, because to me, this is like the Two of Swords reverse. And let me tell you why. Because you have the Six of Cups here showing first. This is the first card that came out, and it says you're moving to calmer waters. You're taking yourself to where you want to be. This Two of Swords tells me that the energy you were in was, I can't travel. I can't go there. I don't know how. Something like that. You recently learned how, or you've recently learned that you can. Something like that. Next card I seen was the Nine of Swords and the Emperor. So I do feel like you still have fear about this, whatever this traveling is. I feel like we know what the traveling is, but I'm not sure if that's, I'm just guessing now. I'm not really sure. I did get like going somewhere, like you're purposely, intentionally going somewhere. But Nine of Swords tells me like you still have fear of doing it, or you're still worried about it, or something at night. And then the Emperor is about like taking control. And then of course Aries. So you do have that King of Wands and the Emperor. That's pretty big too. So you have to tell me, have you been feeling this? Like, have you not been talking to your person? Do you feel like they're going through some sort of Tower moment? And do you feel like when your person is thinking about you, like when we were talking about that earlier, like, do you feel that energy? Miss Tina said, like Tim's Light doing weird flashing series. So I'm glad she mentioned it, because now I'm going to tell you guys. So Miss Tina has these little solar lights that she gets to put in her yard, right? And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And she has this one that she got, I want to say it was last year, for the Halloween party. It's an eyeball, and she keeps it on her back porch. And it's so funny because like when Tim is her spouse, and he passed away last year, um, when he's visiting, the light will flicker, you know what I mean? And she'll call me and she'll be like, this light is out here flashing again. Or it'll just like come on and stay on. And then like when we go to look, it's not on. But I have caught it a couple of times, like doing some pretty weird things that are unexplainable for a solar light. You know what I mean? Carol's laughing, so she must have thought that that reading was funny. All right, I think we did everybody. We did Cheryl's and Eliana's and Carol and Diana. Jenna, did you want to do past, present, future reading? Did we do one for Jenna? I think the last one I did for Jenna was on the house. How is that situation with the house going, Jenna? Tell us about that. Like how have you like looked up any new cleansing things to do? Do you feel like the energy is calming down any? I really kind of got the impression that it's more of a like you moved in and you stirred up some things, you know what I mean? And it just needs to, hi Tiffany, it just needs to like calm back down. That's kind of the impression that I got. Tiffany says I would. So let's do past, present, future for Tiffany. And then I think I'm probably going to close it out after that. Kids are knocking on the door, honey. All right. I think before we go, I want to pull a Moonology card for everybody. How's that sound? Like, you know, the Moonology cards that they do in the Zodiac readings. I just felt, I seen them and just felt like we need to pull one. We'll pull one for everybody that was here. Perfect. It's amazing how good cats are for just that situation, Jenna. Eliana says, sounds awesome. All right, so let's do Tiffany's really quickly. Jenna, let me know if you want to do one. And then we'll pull the Moonology Oracle, one for everybody. So Tiffany, we're doing past, present, future because Jupiter has moved out of retrograde today. Thank goodness. So you'll start to see like more positive energy coming in. If you like doing those scratch off tickets, now would be the good time to go get one. All your fortune cookies should say something amazing. So we have the Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. The Hierophant, the Eight of Swords. I want to say you got the Eight of Swords last time. And the Eight of Wands. So again, more big cards. So Six of Wands and the Hierophant is past energy. The Six of Wands is about a victory, some sort of achievement, some sort of notoriety. People notice you. The Hierophant could have something to do with a marriage, but also it's about like here lately, the Hierophant, Tiffany, to me has been about like when you have a thought, you want to do something. It's about bringing things from the 5D down to the 3D. So the fifth dimension down to the third dimension. I don't know if you know a lot about that situation. But it's like, let's say I want to manifest something and then I start taking like actual action towards doing it, right? Like towards bringing something into being. And that's kind of like what the Hierophant has been for me lately. And then present energy, what's happening right now, you have the Chariot, so something could be happening very quickly, and you have the Eight of Swords. But again, so it's funny because I've been telling Ray that I don't read reversals because I just read the energy of the cards, but there's so many reversals coming out in these cards today. So Eight of Swords is about like self-restriction, but that's what you're moving away from. Chariot came out first, so it's about movement, picking a lane. And the Eight of Swords is like, I can't pick a lane, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of stuck here. And I feel like that's the energy you were in, and you've decided like you've picked a lane. And then King of Swords is going to be future energies and the Eight of Wands. So I was just telling them that with the King of Swords, a lot of times I get the energy of like, I'm going to protect my own. I'm going to protect my tribe. I'm going to protect my family. I'm going to protect them at all costs. You see what I mean? This can have something to do with like the way someone communicates with someone. But I'm thinking more it's about like I'm almost getting like not just protection, but like it's mine. type of energy. And then 8 of Wands is about like quick communication. Something comes in quickly. It can be about sudden changes. So there could be a sudden change with this person's, like the way he communicates to you. But I definitely don't feel that. I feel like this is more about like protecting, especially you and your, you know, with the babies. I definitely feel like it's more about that. And then you have King of Cups. Beautiful. So 2 big kings here. One's protecting and one's loving. So I'm going to say that's a big confirmation that this is the person, like this person is just protecting theirs. You know what I'm trying to say? King of Cups is about like emotional contentment. This is like a counselor, a mentor. I always say this is my twin flame clue card. But King of Cups is like someone that you trust with your emotions. And people are like, well, I trust everybody with my emotions. And that's actually not really true. We're very, we build walls, right? So that would be that person, whoever it is that you trust with your emotions. And I think that would be your person, who I do feel like is protecting you from some sort of like new information or something new coming in. Or this could just be that he's protecting the newness that's coming in. So that too. You are going to have a village. Yes. So Carol confirmed that they are in the tower and she feels him every day, but it's been very harmonious. So that's good. Super good. All right, Tiffany, you have to tell me how I did. And I didn't see if Jenna said anything. I'm just going to scroll back up real quick. Okay. All right. So let's do Moonology Oracle. 20 weeks. They said 35 weeks to 36 weeks. Yeah. That sounds about right. All the mommies with the 2 babies in there. It's like your body is like, hey, there's this much space in here, okay? All right, guys, let's end it with the Moonology Oracle for everybody. And then I'm gonna have to get off here. We've actually been on here for an hour and a half. I just want to say the first 30 minutes was me just trying to get it together and get it figured out. And I'm not going to cut it out. I'm definitely over the cutting it out thing. YouTube totally, what's it called? Copyright strike me because I was listening to Upchurch the other day for like a few minutes before we got started. So they were like, you have to go in there and delete that. So I went in there to delete it. And then it just posted like a copy. Like it took all the likes, all the views, everything away and just posted a copy of it. So it's still on the channel, which I guess is good because it does talk about the dream journals. And until I do another dream journal giveaway, I probably should leave it on there. But yeah, they just, YouTube and their music things just so stressful. She says the reading fit me. Good, good. All right, so let's start with her first. She's got win-win outcome as forecast for Tiffany. Let's go to Carol next. I just want to say that's a full moon in Libra, win-win outcome. Scales being balanced. I think that's just the babies, Tiffany. Look at that. It's like one on each side. Can you see it? A win-win outcome. All right, so for Carol, we have luck is on your side to the new moon in Sagittarius. So luck is on everybody's side right now because we are Jupiter back to going direct. So let's do Eliana's next. It says, have faith in your dreams. That's my favorite one, Eliana. Let's do Diana's next. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. And I definitely got like energy, like you are very much a giver, caretaker type of situation. And then we'll do Cheryl's. Cheryl's is the answers you need are coming. Cheryl, you have the full moon in Gemini. So twins. And then we'll do one for Miss Tina. And I think that's it. If I forgot anybody, let me know. Look at that. Gemini again. Communication is key. And those are two, yeah, very similar card. But Miss Tina, communication is key. So there's someone Miss Tina needs to talk to. It's probably that light. When the light's flashing, it's like, hey, talk to me. I'm here. I think I got everybody. Oh, Sophie. Well, Sophie's going to have to wait till she gets older. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to keep an eye out because I'm definitely going to ask her to collab with me. I'm super excited about it. They're always telling us YouTubers, like when you're new, collab. And I'm like, I don't know who would want to or like who I would ask. The thought didn't occur to me to try to like find someone else who's trying to grow their business. I mean, I just wasn't, it didn't come to me till today. And again, I didn't even ask her. I don't know if she will, but I feel like she's got that type of energy where she would, and she's very comfortable. She says she's not comfortable talking, but she spoke to me very clearly. And thank you, Diana. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate all of you guys' support. Thank you guys for always showing up in here with me. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. But I'm definitely going to ask her to do that. I want her to come in and talk to us about it just because the experience that I had from it being such a I wasn't in front of her. She's in another country somewhere else. And so I really didn't think that not a whole lot was going to happen. And I was very impressed on how much did happen. I am going to link her information in the description box, and I am going to keep this one posted. We won't delete it. So just make sure to check that out. Make sure to check out her. She said she does more of her stuff on Instagram. So I'm going to make sure to put her Instagram in there. And then I think she did send me her website. So I'm going to put that in there also. So make sure to check that out. Yeah, the Reiki healing, amazing. Carol, keep an eye out for me because I'm probably going to ask you because now that I figured out that this is a thing, I'm definitely just going to go all crazy about it because that's how I do the things. Good night, Eliana. Good night, Cheryl. Good night, guys. Tiffany, thank you for coming in and visiting us. All right, guys. Have a good night. I forgot.